Hey everyone, I'm the Real Evab, and you're watching the A20 Guardian 100 game analysis. Today we start on the second half of the series. It's going to be run number 51. Let's get started. Why is there a button here? You can't go higher. Alright, today's gem is a tourmaline. I think it's been a while since I've had one of these. I'm pretty okay with it, as long as I get into Twin Slam in a timely fashion. Niao bonus options are remove a card from your deck, Niao's Lament, obtain a curse for a rare colorless card choice, or the boss swap. Let's see what our pathing option is like. Like seeing this. There's one and one here for a total of 3 with 2 elites, 1 campfire on the left. Not exactly what I like to see. If we go on these right paths, we get 2 elites, 2 campfires later, and the early fight paths seem pretty good. I'm looking at this, and I think that will adequately prepare us for this left path. Campfire in between is especially important with a starting gem. Unfortunately, there's no bailout path unless we go to the left side. That being said, I don't think we need to go that way. This path is really good, with the possibility of a shop here. We can grab potions if we whiffed on our potion chance, or grab cards with the extra around 45 gold that we have. If we're really lucky, we can afford a common relic or a shop relic. I think that would have to be a combination of high rolls of the gold from these combats and a low roll on the gold from those relics, though. You could probably figure out like, the exact odds of that, but I'm not going to do that right now. So remove a card and Niao's Lament, I think, are the 2 options I'm going for. We don't need to boss swap since this act has a pretty decent layout in terms of campfires and elites. And this, although I've done something similar in the past to obtain a curse for an on-class rare card rather than a colorless, after doing so I figured that it was probably too risky, depending on the curse you get and the rare you get. So I'm going to stay away from those. Remove a card or Niao's Lament. Both very decent. Niao's Lament is something that a lot of people don't really care much about, unless you can snipe an elite with it, which is literally impossible on this board. Wait, no, hang on, there's one way. If you go through the double shop and the question mark, and don't hit a fight here. So I take that back. That being said, I don't really want to do that anyways. I think that that doesn't properly make use of the floors leading up to it. We want to get as strong as possible. But something that this does do, even without an elite snipe, is make sure that you don't leak HP in the early fights. Granted, these are the easy pull fights, which may not hurt you a lot in the first place, depending on your card draws. But I really like the consistency. It means you have more HP to take the hard pull fights in the elites every time. And that kind of consistency is really good, I think. Of course, it is up against a card removal, which is one of the strongest Niao options, whether single or double, I think. A free card remove, that means that you can get a head start on your deck efficiency for the rest of the game. It also makes your start. It also gives you some immediate benefits in terms of your block consistency if you remove a strike, which you do on Guardian, I think, on floor 0. Even though it doesn't really give you, even though you don't really have extra damage options, you still can get. You can still get enough damage in order to take on elites. Sometimes. I am definitely leaning towards Niao's Lament here. Because if we take the greedy option, which I think remove a card is, and we still take a bunch of HP damage, then we're suddenly in a much worse position. I'm going to take the consistency option. Alright, so on turn 1 we could have played this to full block, gear up and curl up together, which means we probably wouldn't have taken damage this fight, but still. Tourmaline number 2, Crystal Ray or Frag Gem. This early, it may be tempting to take the Frag Gem. It is a little bit important to consider that, like, with our current Tourmaline, we want to put this into Twin Slam already. And Tourmaline and Frag Gem both do similar damage. 4 Temporary Thorns means mostly in Act 1 you're going to be attacked just once at a time. So Tourmaline will do 4 damage when you're attacked, and Frag Gem will do 4 damage because it gives you a shiv. Of course, Tourmaline has the caveat that enemies aren't always going to attack, but it also has that upside that if you draw it on in a multi-enemy fight, and most of the multi-enemy fights in Act 1 have them all attacking, then you get the benefits of spread out damage. So we're looking to throw our current gem into Twin Slam already, which means that if we take another gem, we're basically just going to be using it as a loose gem for a while. So that does actually make me more inclined to take the Frag Gem, if anything, here. I don't think Crystal Ray is strong enough, in general, to take. 2 energy for 12 damage is not very much. And once we socket the Tourmaline, it's still not very much, and it's very expensive on 3 energy. We can find another card to put one of these into. I guess the question is which one is better. I honestly don't know. I think Thorns has a lot of potential to do damage no matter what, whereas Crystal Shiv kind of requires you to have strength. I know that Tourmaline requires enemies to attack, but that's usually consistent enough the longer the fight goes anyway. I think if we get strength, we're still going to be okay that we took the Tourmaline. As weird as it feels, I think I want to take this. Like, neither of these are great against Nob if you draw them on attack turns. If you want to do the damage, you have to play a skill. The nice thing is, though, is that we don't have to worry too much about taking damage with these because we have Neo's Lament. I'm going to go with the Tourmaline. I'm not sure that it's right. Something's telling me that Fragmented Gem might be better, but I think it's... I think I'm a little bit biased towards the Tourmaline in this scenario. This is a pretty bad draw if we didn't have Neo's Lament. Grabbing the defensive mode on the first turn against an enemy that's not attacking and only attacks for 6 on turn 2, we would not want to enter defensive here. We'd be playing Strike, probably get rid of the Tourmaline and then curl up, just in case we hit gear up, so we get it out in 2 turns. Which is pretty much when we'd want it. Actually, would we even care? Maybe we wouldn't care. We want to just be able to play this regardless. Yeah, I think we would have taken some damage this fight, so I think this has saved us some. I just don't know how much exactly. Oh gosh, and more gems. Sapphire Quartz Priming Shot. I'm not going to take the Sapphire. I think it's a bit early for Quartz, despite this being a strong gem. We definitely need some kind of damage. I think Priming Shot's very acceptable here. Alright, and our final Neo's Lament proc. This would have been a 4 damage. We would have taken 4 damage here. We would... Oh wait, no! This isn't Curl Up, this is Defend. We would have taken 9 damage. And we don't have a way to kill one of... We wouldn't have had a way to kill one of these anyway. Imagine if we only drew 1 strike and we drew the other Tourmaline. We would have taken 1 damage. With Neo's Lament. That's pretty sad. Okay, we got even more Thorns. Ooh, interesting. So there is an Orb Walk here, which means that if we had taken the Frag Gem, we would be considering that. However, Time Bomb is also here, and as a front-loaded AoE card, 2 energy, 14 damage, that's pretty good, in my opinion. There is also suspension, which is fine at 3 energy. We also have some gems that we can socket into it. I personally don't think it's good enough to put a tourmaline into suspension. You usually want some other kind of setup, and tourmaline is not really a setup thing. The other temporary buffs are more setup because they allow you to play other cards that benefit from those buffs, but tourmaline is just its own thing. Thorns do not increase a card's damage or block or any other statistic when you play them, whereas strength increases damage cards and dex increases block cards. So usually you'd want to put like a strength dex gem in this, or maybe sometimes a quartz, maybe even a citrine, because this upgrades to draw 1. And then you play other cards after it. But tourmaline just gives you a small benefit, and we already have other sockets for these, and this provides us front load. So I think all things considered, we take the time bomb. What is our boss again? Slime boss? Okay, so this works as a good card for that too. I may have had to consider the orb walk if that was Hexaghost, but we don't. Okay, we low-rolled our gold just a tiny bit. I think this is pretty average, though. We're 2 below average. We would have had 144 if we had gotten exactly 45. And we did get 1 potion. 1 potion out of 3 fights means our potion chance is at 50%. And this potion's not great anyways. So what would we do? Would we risk the hard pull fights? Or do we take a shop and then only 1 hard fight? I think with what we have, we want to take the shop, just to make sure that our draws are better and more consistent for that first elite, as well as our potions. Because we did take 2 gems, and that we're going to have to play this fight unsocketed. So shop time it is. Toxic Egg would have been nice early, but we couldn't afford it anyway. Toolbox would have been really nice. Can't afford it still. I am looking at Strike for Strike card remove. Unfortunately, Strike for Strike does not work with Tourmaline, as the enemy attack comes in before the Thorns do. So, that being said, it does still synergize with the Tourmalines if we play cards with Tourmalines before that. Or just the Tourmalines. There's also a Floating Orbs here. If we wanted to maybe play these unsocketed, but I don't think that's a good idea. Just a potential idea for maybe a different scenario with different gems. Maybe if I had taken the quartz for some reason, the floating orbs would have been okay, because that would have been a cantrip that did 4 damage. This of course also works with stasis, but I don't think we have enough support for that yet. If we had taken the suspension, we'd be in a much better position for that. Don't really want to buy a frag gem either. Shield spikes cost 88, which means we're down to 54 gold after that, which is enough to buy a potion. Fire potion, specifically, exactly enough, which is definitely a good potion. I don't think it's good enough for taking elites that require you to deal damage to them, so I think it's going to be Strike for Strike and then one of these potions, either for the upcoming hard pull fight, depending on how bad it is, or the elite fight. There's also reroute here. How good's reroute versus Strike for Strike? Strike for Strike does more damage, and we have synergies both in potion and in cards. But reroute stasis is pretty good value, and we have time bomb for it as well. I think both of those are pretty good. If we were to buy reroute, we'd be down to 83 gold, which means we couldn't afford the polishing oil. That's a pretty good potion. So I think it's either Strike for Strike any of these potions, or reroute one of these 2 potions. And honestly, I think Fire Potion's probably got to be the best one for taking down an elite. Especially because this card disappears. That makes things a little bit harder. Stasis Control is also good against Slime Boss. This has long-term synergy potential, though. Maybe, and you know what? I think I'm going to take the Strike for Strike. It does make us a little bit weaker in terms of stasis, but we can find other stasis sources over time. And honestly, I would not mind taking a second Strike for Strike if I found it. I think I would mind a little bit taking a second reroute, though. And this does more damage already. So I'm going to go Strike for Strike. I guess the question is it either Fire Potion or Polishing Oil? Because this is a really, really strong potion. I wouldn't normally consider this if I need damage, but stalling for 1 or even 2 more turns because of this potion is... it can maybe add up to that much damage. It really depends. One thing to consider is that entering defensive mode gives you 3 thorns, so that's already 3 damage. Most of the time in an elite fight. The only time it would be different is if you're in the sentries fight on turn 2 or 4 and have not yet killed a sentry on the edge. Then you'd be attacked twice and it'd deal 6 damage spread out. I think it's still fine to just call this 3 damage no matter what. Plus 2 turns worth of damage. Could that add up to 17? Potentially. 2 turns worth of damage could absolutely add up to 17. But that being said, if we play the Fire Potion, we're doing 20 plus those turns, at least one of those turns worth of damage anyway. So I think in terms of fighting elites, this is better. The last consideration I have is how good the Polishing Oil is in the next hallway fight coming up. There are some particularly nasty fights, mainly the two enemy fights, like Jawworm, Slime, just Looter in this act, one of the Slavers, Cultist. A combination of those can be really nasty, can hit you really hard on turn 1, and multiple turns after that, unless you have... And, I was going to say unless you have the damage, but sometimes even with a Fire Potion, they have too much HP if you get a bad draw. So it may actually be correct to take this just to not take a bunch of damage next fight. That being said, we're pretty much guaranteed to win that fight, and we're not really guaranteed to win the Gremlin Knob fight because they hit so much harder if we don't kill them fast. And this can still save us in a hallway fight. I'm going to go with the Fire Potion. If we take damage, so be it. Okay, this is one of the easier ones, I think. Oh yeah, one of the nice things about Strike for Strike is that you can enter defensive with it if you have... Because this technically braces for 3. Oh, I didn't put this in the brace video. Or the defensive mode video. I'll put that in the comments. Let me just make a reminder for that. But for this turn, unfortunately, we only have 5 block. We don't have any way to enter defensive because we didn't draw Curl Up. And our block density is not great, so it looks like we're just taking 6 here. We could also play Strike for Strike, but I don't think that's necessary. We still have decent damage in our deck. So I'm not going to sacrifice 3 HP here. This turn is another 6 damage turn. That's kind of sad, but oh well. Not like we could have killed them here anyway, I don't think. We had done 7 more damage by sacrificing a Strike for the Strike for Strike. Strike for Strike for Strike. Sheesh. We had 28. We can only do 20 damage here? Okay. So yeah, still don't feel bad about losing HP. We've lost 12, that's fine. I suppose the other potion would have been good for this. We still have a 50% potion chance. Maybe I should have thought about that. Also, they did do their 3rd attack turn. Thankfully, we can just enter defensive to full block it. Okay, I finished my reminder, which means we can end this fight. I don't mind actually throwing this liquid bronze away in case we get a better one. We didn't. Worth. Roll attack is pretty good. I like roll attack. Pairs well with the priming shot and the strike for strike. As I mentioned earlier, this can brace 3 for us. Other options are charge up and orb support. I still do not like this card. I don't think it does enough, and hurting your turn 1 draw with only 5 cards a turn, it's pretty bad. Charge up being a temporary strength setup for next turn has actually been more effective than I thought it would be. Especially with the replay value. When you shuffle, you can get that 2 strength again. Before I was just kind of looking at it in a vacuum, the 2 temporary strength would not be very much damage, but the reshuffles have actually shown me that it can be effective and somewhat consistent, should you be able to draw back to it. That being said, I think roll attack is our pick here. It's going to be great for Gremlin Knob, it's going to be great for Lagavulin, especially with the defensive mode entry. So yeah. Let's fight this thing. So starting off, we can enter defensive immediately, but we don't want to. I'm also not sure that I want to gain brace from priming shot. Does that mean I just don't play curl up? Maybe the play is not to play curl up. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. Being able to enter defensive mode, no, getting something out of stasis is pretty good. What do I want to get out of defensive mode then, or out of stasis then? Probably priming shot, but I'd be okay with a gear up. So I could do Tourmaline Strike, curl up, and just whatever that hits, it hits. Or I could just play the priming shot, and then whenever I get to roll attack, I can play that. That gives me enough brace to enter defensive with gear up. Yeah, because like I'm thinking if I play curl up, then I can't do roll attack strike for strike without entering defensive. Because I won't have any defense to block the 3 damage. Yeah, let's just do priming shot. Well, there's roll attack. I think that's good enough to wake up. We have defense next turn most of the time. We have strike for strike. We have gear up. Yeah. We want to enter defensive mode next turn. I don't think we'll take damage this fight because of this. Oh, we didn't get strike for strike. Interesting. Do I drink the liquid bronze this fight? This could represent like 9 damage, maybe 12. Maybe we save the fire potion. Unfortunately, not drawing the strike for strike means that we don't get extra thorns damage, but we could do it next turn. Oh yeah, that would represent an extra 3, so that's like 9 or 12 damage. I'm probably going to have to use the fire potion anyway. Would I want to keep the liquid bronze? Let's just go with this, and I can use this if I need it. Because this is not a very strong potion, and I actually feel like there's a possibility we might use both. So, that's what I'm going to go with. I could sacrifice 3 HP here to deal 3 damage. This is a really bad draw. We didn't get any defense this turn to block the rest of the 20, and we're going to have some pretty poor draws coming up. We can re-enter defensive pretty soon, though, with curl up for the next cycle, so it's not too bad. I don't know if it's 73 damage worth, though. Let's see. 14, 16 is 30, plus 38. 38 damage. Plus, let's say 9 from this. 47, taking Lagavulin down to 26. That's after 2 more turns. Which means that... I don't think we have to use strike for strike. I think we still have the ability to stall a couple turns after that and deal damage. Yeah, I'm going to go with strike instead of taking an extra 3. Okay. Well, we curl up this turn, huh? This is a pretty bad draw, too. Hit the Tourmaline? You know what, that's fine, actually. Extra defend for the turn after we leave defensive. Should be fine. Oh, time bomb. That's not what I want. I don't want to get this out. But I actually want to be able to do my damage, too. So let's see, this is 19. Takes Lago down to 33. Yeah, I'm just going to play Time Bomb. Oh, there we go, we got the kill. With Firepot, of course. Which is good, because we would not have been able to defend that turn very much. Lantern, that's a great find, especially with our starting relic. Being able to play Gear Up for basically no cost. Another strike for strike. I did say that was another card. I would take a second one of those. Would I rather take a Piercing Hide to put the Tourmaline into? Maybe? I feel like we are starting to get to the point where block cards are becoming more necessary. I'd also like some stasis, but we weren't offered that. Like, we can't kill fast enough with a second strike for strike, like normal fights. Something I forgot to mention about Tourmaline versus Shiv is that Shiv does damage the turn you draw it, while Tourmaline doesn't do it until the enemy attacks. That's another downside. I'm going to go with the Piercing Hide. I do want the second strike for strike because of the extra damage, but I think this is more necessary. So now we got to choose here. Tourmaline does not go in strike for strike, we know that. It goes very well in Piercing Hide. It goes pretty okay in Twin Sling. What about Roll Attack and Priming Shot? I feel like those do enter defensive with their brace. So it can be used defensively sometimes, despite them being attacks. Twin Slam can't do that, actually, can it? It's a pretty major weakness there. Is it better to put it in the 2-cost roll attack because it can enter defensive more easily, or is it better to put in the 1-cost priming shot because of 1 cost? We can also enter defensive with Curl Up, Gear Up. We can also enter with Roll Attack Strike for Strike, which means that we would want to put Thorns in this so that this gains the benefit from the Thorns before we enter defensive. We also want to enter defensive before this anyway. If we don't get the right draw order, we might just not play this. I think that bit of inconsistency makes it easy. We're going to go Piercing Hide for even more thorns. We're going to double down on that since it's defensive. And I think we're going to go Priming Shot so that it's easier to use the thorns properly. So up next, what do we upgrade? Probably Time Bomb. Yeah, 4 damage to all enemies is pretty good. It does give us more block. This gives us more brace. We don't need the extra brace number on this yet, because 6 plus 3 is not enough to... You know what? I should remember that and make a point about that in the feedback channel so that this upgrades to 4. Because this having 3 brace no matter what is really awkward. Alright, Time Bomb. Now we got another fight. We also didn't get a potion from that, so our potion chance is 70% now. We got 1 potion out of 5 fights. So 40 minus 10 is 30, 30 plus 40 is 70, yeah. Let's hope we get something here, because sheesh. Okay. We don't want to enter defensive mode this turn. Next turn is the 8 damage turn. So we want to enter on that turn. I think we play Priming Shot, Strike, Strike to curl up. Okay, it hit that, which means that we can play this next turn if we want. Or we could just take the damage. That's also a possibility. Quite possibly a better one at that, because we have 2 very good attack cards in hand. It also isn't just... These also aren't skills. I think overall this takes less damage. So we enter defensive this turn, which means we get an extra bonus 10 block as well, without lowering our time in defensive. Piercing Hide is great here. 7 block and another 6 thorns. So it blocks for 3 and gives us 6 damage. That's better than Strike and Twin Slam, so long as we can kill next turn. Let's see, this is 9 total, 25. So we need another 10 damage next turn in order for this to work. That's pretty possible, actually. I'm going to go for it. If we miss, we still have defensive mode next turn, giving us 10 blocks, so we only take 18. Okay, we got it. Great. We can do it like this. Ooh, Onyx. Ooh, man. 3 interesting options. Ruby, just because we have a decent number of attacks. Probably the weakest out of the 3. Vent Steam is always great with the number of attacks we have, multiplying our damage by 1.5. But Onyx, permanently keeping Thorns. This could be a Thorns deck. Also, I could see this going into Strike for Strike very easily. Twin Slam will keep more stacks of Thorns, but Strike for Strike we're going to be naturally playing after gaining temporary Thorns anyway. The problem is that 1 stack of Thorns is not that much. So we may even want to wait for something else, or put it in Twin Slam anyway. It's a little bit awkward. Because, like I said, 1 Thorns is not very much to keep. And we'd only be putting it in like a 1-cost Strike for Strike. Or have the awkwardness of 2-cost Twin Slam. Whereas Vent Steam gives us a lot of damage already. Another thing to keep in mind is that keeping permanent Thorns against the heart may seem good, but it also has the damage cap. So, maybe not that great. Vent Steam also gives us more gem room. You know, all this being said though, Vent Steam is a common. And we still have plenty of slots for gems. I'm going to go with the Onyx this time. I think this is a future investment. But we got a block potion, that's great. Yeah, this is mostly a future investment. I think this will make us stronger in the long term, even if it makes us weaker in the short term. Ben's team would definitely be better for the next whatever comes up, but we have 4 question marks? I didn't even notice that. I guess we could take less if we go right at the end. Alright, give me something good, please. Oh, yeah, Juzu Bracelets also means that these are all going to be events no matter what. Orc Outcome? Orc Outcome's pretty good with our low block density. And it's still early. The problem is a couple things here. We have a Piercing Hide that we want to use. We have a Block Potion we want to use. And we also have Defensive Mode we want to use. And all of those get much worse. Either get worse with Orc Outcome or make Orc Outcome worse. So I'm actually kind of tempted to just not take it. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the key. I hope I don't regret that, but I do think that with the amount of other sources of block we're getting, it's not going to do as much for us. Especially because we don't have that many fights for the rest of the act as well. I forgot that factors in. Okay, interesting. I'm not losing Piercing Hide. I'm not losing Block Potion. So it's either 86 gold for Relic or nothing, and well, we're not guaranteed a shop, so I'm going to take the gold, or lose the gold. Give us something good, please. Sundial. That can be good. Especially because we have a couple expensive cards, so we can make that work. Alright. Let's throw this into our Strike for Strike or Twin Slam. This is the tough decision. There are other ways to reduce debuffs, though. Actually, one of them got removed. Ancient Power no longer gives debuff reduction. So it's just Overload Plus and Resilient Plate, and another Onyx, of course. That being said, if we socket this into Twin Slam, it also means that we can't put another gem into it first and then Onyx. Like, if I wanted to make Dexterity permanent, then I could put Dex Gem into Twin Slam and then the Onyx. If I do it the other way, I only get to keep 1 stack instead of 2. So it actually works in reverse. I'm gonna wait to socket Twin Slam, so I'm gonna put it into Strike for Strike. I feel like the awkwardness there actually doesn't make it worth it. Alright, so now what? What do you upgrade now? Curl Up, maybe? We still don't have any kind of stasis support. So being able to control what we put into stasis may actually be very good for us. Are there options? We could preemptively upgrade Twin Slam for whatever gems we find. We're not likely to find gems in a bunch of question marks, though, I will say that. At least in the short term. There is the Grim Forge event. There's also the shrines we can break. I think the Purifier one specifically gives us gems, but that's kind of a bad thing to give up a card removed for gems most of the time. And then we could just take the fight and hope for a gem. I don't think the odds are high enough, especially because we could just end up not getting a good gem for Twin Slam anyway. The odds of that are actually pretty low, but I think overall that means we don't upgrade Twin Slam. We can also upgrade Priming Shot for the extra brace. I don't think that actually helps us though, like I said. Doesn't give us quite enough to enter defensive with Gear Up and either Strike for Strike or Piercing Hide, since these both brace for 3. And we already have enough with Roll Attack Priming Shot. Bracing for 12. It is worth noting that with the Curl Up upgrade, it would actually be worth to upgrade Priming Shot for, I guess, the possibility of the second defensive mode entry. Piercing Hide. These also give us 4 more damage apiece, which is good. Piercing Hide giving 2 more block and 1 more Thorns. The Thorns not so much, the block may be necessary. We have a block potion though, and not very many fights left. I think the biggest thing we might want here is damage, but we can achieve that with Curl Up. targeting as well. Also, we could set up our strike for strike with curl up, whether putting thorns into stasis or the strike for strike itself for a better turn. I'm gonna stick with the curl up upgrade. We actually got Grimforge. I can't believe this. Okay. So we can remove socketed cards to gain gems, we can remove gems from socketed cards, and we can transmute a card. I think we obviously transmute a card. We've taken enough attacks, as well as thorns, to remove a strike here. So let's remove a strike. Citrine. Oh my gosh. I think I was thinking about that earlier with Twin Slam. I was thinking that that would be the perfect way to put Onyx into it. Because then we wouldn't have the 2-cost situation. Well, that's a little bit awkward, but that's okay. I think it's still. I think the Onyx is still good in Strike for Strike, and I'm not going to remove Strike for Strike just to get the Onyx back. Citrine and Twin Slam is amazing. Of course, it's up against Roll Attack, which makes the decision still kind of difficult. Roll Attack being 1 cost is also very good. Twin Slam, putting Citrine in Twin Slam is just good for the principle of having a free damage card, as well as the potential to have some other gem value from whatever other gem you put in it. And it especially likes Quartz, because then it becomes a free draw 2 card that also does damage. So overall, pretty solid. That being said, making Roll Attack more playable is also extremely strong. There's not a lot of gems you like to put into Roll Attack. You like the Brace Gem, you like the Ward Gem, you like Citrine. I think there's one more, but overall not very many. What is the last one? There's Strength, Dex, Brace, Thorns. We kind of thought about Thorns, but it's kind of awkward. Vulnerable doesn't work. Oh yeah, Amethyst. Amethyst kind of works. The one that reduces enemy strength by 2 for 1 turn. Shiv, no. Well, there's better cards for Shiv, so no. Accelerate may be acceptable, so that you have the chance of getting a card out of stasis that makes you safer for playing an expensive attack. We already discussed Brace. We already discussed draw. Draw in Roll Attack is just a sin. Do not put Quartz in Roll Attack. And then there's Onyx and Citrine. So yeah, just the 4. There are decent chances of finding a Brace Gem. I think Citrine's way better though. Like, one of the main draws of Roll Attack are the Brace 8. And while Sapphire makes that Brace 12, and that's pretty good with the Gear Up, being able to enter defensive with just 1 card, same as Curl Up, the replayability of a Brace 8 card is really important in the late game. Being 2-cost, it starts to get awkward because you want to be playing your other cards more, but making it 1-cost makes it really easy to just gain that Brace. So we still have other ways we can use Twin Slam, even if we don't put the Citrine in it. That's Citrine and Twin Slam would be an investment, I think. A very big investment into the future. But this is also a pretty big investment into the future. It's not as much. It gives us a little bit... It trades off a little bit of future value for a lot of now value. And I think that's really important. Especially because we still don't know what's going in Twin Slam other than this. So this is going into Roll Attack. Alright, up next. Sacrifice HP for gold. We're not guaranteed a shop, so this would just be taking us down to 23 HP. I don't usually have to think about this too hard. Can we beat Slime Boss with 23 HP? You know, not having Vent Steam maybe was a mistake for Slime Boss. Vulnerable's really good for that. I think after the... Well, we also have a block potion, but I think after this floor, we actually want to take the fight since our potion chance is so high. It's still 60%. We just got a potion in our last fight, which was at 70, so now we're down to 60%. Of course, 40% is still a pretty big chance to not get a potion. And we might end up using our block potion there, when we want to use it against Slime Boss instead. This is like the HP that you really need to start worrying about the boss. I really don't want to have to rest. Although, what am I even going to do? I'm going to upgrade something. We don't have a lot of good upgrades. I guess Roll Attack is a pretty good one now that it costs 1. It upgrades to deal 20 damage. It doesn't have the downside like Strike for Strike does, even though this also upgrades for 4 damage. What was our last fight? It was Looter, so the difficulty of the average hallway fight is pushed a little bit towards the harder side with those harder fights. Time Bomb helps quite a bit with the AoE fights. We don't have to worry about those. Neither gremlins nor slimes, really. It'd just be the 2 enemy fights. Other than Double Fungi Beast. We also have exactly 15 cards, which is kind of funny. It means that we reshuffle our deck before Slime Boss's second set of slimes, should we want to do that. And all of this to figure out whether or not we lose HP for some gold or not. I do feel like signs are pointing me away from taking the damage here. Something that I remember being pointed out, I think on a Jorb's stream or video, is that you're not just losing 35 gold, you're also losing the 75 gold you're not getting from taking this option. So that's a total of 110 gold to save 11 HP. I think it's still worth it. I'm not confident that we're not going to take a lot of damage. I am not feeling too bad about this, though. Like, if we get a tough fight, that's just how it is. But if we get a tough fight and lose the block potion, that's just how it is. But we still get stronger a decent portion of the time, right? We have a decent chance of getting a potion back. We can get a good card. We did just get a rare, though, so our rare chance is pretty much 0. So it'd be a card reward. I do think we need to take the final fight here. Get rid of these. Alright, let's go through the fight. It's 3 lice. Give me Time Bomb. Nope. Okay. Thankfully we can block for 17 here, which is 2 less than what they're attacking for. And we also have Thorns. Oh right, we also have this. 6 Thorns will kill this instantly. Pretty good. Also, remember, Strike for Strike does not deal damage back to you if they're dead. So this can one-shot either one of these. We should one-shot the one with the higher attack. Just block for 5 again, we take enough damage. Overall, pretty good fight. We get to keep our block potion, and now we get all our good cards. Keep our block potion. We did not get another potion. Go figure. At least we'll probably get one from the boss. Ooh. Okay. Here's our stasis. And I think we absolutely need this for slime boss. I don't think we need another attack anyway. This will also be pretty good for Act 2. Especially if we upgrade it. That actually gives us a good upgrade target. But yeah. I guess there's the defensive mode affects all enemies aspect, but there's not a big chance that we enter defensive mode before being able to play roll attack. Remember, roll attack costs 2, so you have to spend, like, what, 1 energy to enter defensive and then play it? Or you have to enter defensive by taking damage on the previous turn. So the chances are not high. I think control over our deck to counteract the slimes is going to be huge for us. As well as the extra defense for the next act, like I just said. I can even upgrade it to make that even better, so that we don't have to play it defend to have some good value. It also braces for 4, which is good. Makes it match up with Piercing Hide plus Strike for Strike, just like Priming Shot does. If we also upgrade Priming Shot at some point, then Recover plus Priming Shot would be 10. So yeah, I'm going to go with this. Alright. I'm not feeling too bad about this fight, I just have to play it very smart. Curling up on a defend, I think is good. We'll get the defend out on the big attack turn. Unfortunately, we do waste an energy this turn because I'm not entering defensive mode, but that's okay. And I'm also fine with entering defensive mode this turn, though, which looks like we're going to do because of roll attack. And then next turn we'll have plenty of HP, or plenty of block to block the incoming damage from the slime boss. Do I want to play Piercing Hide or Strike? Or sorry, Piercing Hide or Gear Up. Definitely want to play Strike. We have 20 block, 25. It's attacking for 38. Yeah, we'll do Piercing Hide. Ooh, Recover, huh? We still don't have a 0 cost, but Defend, Recover, and then Time Bomb seems like a great idea. Time Bomb affects all enemies, which may make you inclined to use it during the second phase of the fight. But remember that dealing damage to Slime Boss in its singular form also does damage to every enemy in its split form. So I still think this is correct. Now the question is, what do we recover? I think the answer is actually roll attack. It will come out in 2 turns after, and I think that matches up with what we're trying to do. How much damage do we do here? 18, so that's down to 96. Yeah, and then this gives us a bunch of energy to split on the turn that we do it. Only problem is that we're getting one of our good attacks on the reshuffle. Yeah, I'm going to bring back roll attack. Accelerating it once means that it comes out in 2 turns, which makes it a lot more timely. Ooh. Interesting. I can bring back Strike for Strike with Recover. This is 19, taking Slime Boss to 77. That's perfect. There's no way not to take damage, though, unless I play Recover first, and I don't want to do that. Unless I play Strike, Recover, Strike for Strike to save 3 HP. But then I don't get the Strike for Strike out in 2 turns. I get a normal Strike. Okay, I'm just gonna take the damage. Take my 3. 77. Okay. Now let's do some damage. Or not, I guess. We could wait until next turn. We could play Curl Up now. Oh, but that enters defensive. Oof. Dang it. I guess next turn is still okay. to do damage if we split now. Now we still have a bunch of attacks in the draw pile. I don't want to waste defensive mode. But let's see, we do 29 plus potentially all of this. No, -1. So 17, 25 plus 29 is 54. That's actually a really good split. We split at 23, and then it's really easy to split the large slimes, in theory. Huh. We still have a block potion in case things go bad. Alright. Let's get rid of the slimes. Oh wait, I even have thorns this turn because of priming shot. Okay, I missed a couple attacks, it's still fine. We're gonna... It looks like we're gonna do Piercing Hide priming shot. Strike for maximum thorns damage. So let's see, right now they're at 77. Actually, we don't even need to do the math. The number's gonna show up here. We just need to plan out this turn. We have 4 energy. So I think the answer is roll attack, piercing hide, priming shot, strike for strike, slimed. So let's do that. Oh wait, it didn't do it fast enough. Oh, 24. We only did one less than I thought because of strike. Okay, great. Now we even have good tools to split this turn, in theory. Looks like we're splitting this guy. Because we have to spend all 3 energy to split here. This is not enough to do with 2 energy. Okay, so we could use block potion here to block 12, but we heal for 3/4 of that at the end of the act anyway, so I'm just gonna save this for next act. We are no longer in danger of dying, I am pretty sure. So long as we don't suddenly... Right, this is our draw pile, this is our discard. We can just enter defensive now, just in case. We can also enter defensive next turn. No, I'll do it now. I think we win this fight. As long as we don't take damage next turn. Yeah, maximum damage. This is 21, huh? So let's do this. No more frail. And now we win. And this is even set up perfectly. Sundial on 2. Very nice. Alright, I'd say that's a pretty good act. And I'd say that these are pretty good cards, except for Gem Finder. Construction Form is just amazing. Do we have enough block that we want to take Body Slam instead, though? Also, we did hit that 70% potion chance, but it's probably the worst potion. Or close to it. I guess there's a few different ones that are pretty bad. Anyway. Body Crash Construction Form. More damage or more defense? We don't benefit a lot from strength in this deck. We don't have any multi-attacks, we're using thorns most of the time. Although we do have a decent number of 1-cost attacks, and I'm counting roll attack for that as well. It's mostly just for the buffer. The buffer's really good for Act 2. Meanwhile, Body Slam requires you to have control over your block and draw it on the right turn. It's a bit inconsistent, but we do know that we can get a lot of block. I guess it's a lot less whenever you're being attacked every turn for a lot in Act 2. I'm just going to get Construction Form. Okay. Pyramid, Coffee Dripper, Curse Key. 3 really good relics. I think a 4th energy is definitely worth it here. Pyramid is usually pretty good. But I'm wondering if it's actually not as good on Guardian. Thanks to their playstyle. Like, they already have stasis. I don't remember all the reasons, but I was thinking about it recently. Stasis was one of the reasons. Hand Clog was another, I guess. Don't have a lot of combos. As Guardian, you're usually just getting normal value over time. I could be wrong about that. I might have to rethink about whether combos exist a lot on Guardian or not. Regardless, I think it's between one of these two for an extra energy, with the expense of the cards we have. So is it Cursed Key or is it Coffee Dripper? I think we're in a pretty good position to take Coffee Dripper here. I don't think we're in a lot of danger of taking a lot of HP damage. We kept our block potion. We have Construction Form as well as 2 extra block cards. We have defensive mode pretty frequently. I think overall we are pretty safe. And what I want more than anything right now is card removes. And Cursed Key sets us back 1 card remove, as well as a couple of relics. Or, well, 1 card remove and 1 relic. No. Wait, we took the blue key. So it would just be a couple relics. So 1 energy at the cost of 2 random relics, huh? Maybe even more because we have Juzu bracelets, so question marks have a higher chance of giving chests. Probably not that high though, there's like 2% chance. The main consideration about Coffee Dripper is not necessarily like how often you're going to be resting, but whether you need the game-winning rest. What I mean by that is, if you take a lot of damage, you just need to rest once in order to be in a much safer position. Most of the time, you are still going to be upgrading. It's just whether or not this lack of HP will kill you. And also in the late game, whenever you're right before the Act 3 boss or the start of Act 4, resting becomes a lot better than upgrades sometimes, because the upgrades that you're wanting to take will not save you as much HP as a rest would, because there's only a few fights left in the game. So a couple downsides that people don't really think about with Coffee Dripper. Usually you're like, yes, I'm really strong, I'm going to be upgrading all the time, I don't need to rest, so I'm going to take this and it's going to be free, and we're going to get super powerful. But it's those situations where something goes wrong that this becomes a downside. Relics can also save HP, but if you want to think in terms of that, you have to think about when you get those relics. You get them mid-Act 2 and mid-Act 3. So you're getting the benefits. So if you take the relics, you're getting the benefits of a relic for half of Act 2 plus the rest of the game, which is good. But the second one you're only getting for half of Act 3 plus Act 4, which is very little, and you don't even know which relic you're getting anyway. So that could be very low impact, honestly, for both of them. Wonder what our odds are of taking very little damage on turn 1. Curl Up means we enter defensive. Roll Attack plus Strike for Strike or Piercing Hide or Recover mean we enter defensive mode on turn 1. Construction Form is Buffer on turn 1. There's not a lot of multi-attacking enemies in early hallway fights, except for birds. But we have Thorns for birds anyway. We still want card removes. Unfortunately, our potion chance doesn't carry over to the next act. But we do have Juzu bracelets, so question marks mean we don't have a chance of taking a lot of damage, except for maybe Forgotten Altar event. I don't know, both of these could be good. I just feel very nervous about taking Coffee Dripper, even though I want to take it. That being said, do I even have upgrades I care about here? Maybe not. We've upgraded most of our good stuff. Got Curl Up, Time Bomb, Recover. Still waiting on better cards to upgrade. But if we don't have good upgrades, do we want relics then? To make up the lack of power that we're gaining usually? Man. Just because we're not upgrading means that we want to rest. Doesn't mean that we don't want to rest. Doesn't mean that we want to rest, excuse me. English is hard. What are the odds we even find cards we want to take here? We have some pretty good front load. We have a bit of stasis. I might take a suspension and upgrade it. I feel like I do want card removes more than I want upgrades. Or fights, I guess, for that matter. But I guess if we're not fighting very much, we won't need to rest. I'm gonna go Coffee Dripper. I think taking away the relics is actually a larger downside. We have ways to mitigate this. Who knows, we might even find some healing relics. Alright, where are our elites? So there's a Super Elite there. I'm just marking this for the sake of marking it. Super Elites in Act 2 are really, really scary. So this is a 2-in-2 path. I guess a 3-in-1 path if we take like this. There's a 2-in-2 this way as well. Or this way. This is also a 2-in-2. So basically no matter where we go, we're getting 4 total campfires and elites. What about shops? If we go this way, we can grab a shop before the last elite. Oh, there's a shop down here too. With 3 fights, that's fine. Shop means we have to go this way. But we weren't taking the shop anyway. So it's either this shop or this shop. And both are feasible. We'd probably do something like this. Just to make sure we don't get another... Just to make sure that we get as few fights as possible. Get those events going. Then late in the act we have to deal with this, but we should be okay. We'll have a relic from here, we'll have relics from those. What about our other paths? Yeah, this is a thing too. This kind of sucks, so let's not go that way. And I didn't want to take the Super Elite anyway. I don't think this is good enough. Especially not 5 fights in a row, Jesus. So these are our paths that we're deciding between. Early shop with 2 elites, 2 campfires, versus later shop with 3 elites, 1 campfire. Removing a card also means we save more HP on average, so long as we remove a strike, and I think I probably will. But more elites means we get stronger. I guess we can think about specific elites here. We've got Slavers, Gremlin Leader, and Book of Stabbing. Book of Stabbing, our scaling damage is Thorns. I guess that's a good reason why we take Thorns earlier. Thorns now is very effective against Book of Stabbing. Our Construction Form maybe not so much, but still. We might just end up not playing it anyways. We should have enough damage for the rest of the fight. We'd probably take a decent amount of damage in that. Gremlin Leader, I think, depends on our draws, unfortunately. I don't think we have great ways to kill the gremlins unless we draw our good attacks in time. We did not get any kind of combat relic except for energy, which only really affects turn 1. So if we don't kill a gremlin early, we're in trouble. I guess we could fight that by taking more fights. Get card rewards. We probably still need some kind of attack to take those gremlins. So maybe it's still good to, like... Or maybe better potions, I don't know. Slavers, I think we have enough damage to take out one quickly. We enter defensive mode, we can use construction form, maybe. I'm not too worried about slavers. It's just how much HP damage are we going to take if we don't have the tools for Gremlin later. And honestly, even though we have thorns, I think we could still take a decent amount of damage against Book of Stabbing. So I am still worried about that. So what best equips us for these elites? I'm going to remark that as a possibility. We could do this and then make a decision here. I think that this doesn't give us very many opportunities to get stronger. Meanwhile, we have good decisions here, whether to take more cards, potions, or take the safe way with the shop. Yeah. I think this is a bit too much of a commitment to know for now, so let's do this. And I'm going to take a break, so I'll be right back in just a sec. And we're back. You know, drawing construction form turn 1 against Avocado, pretty solid. Let's see what else we got in our hand here before we make our final decision. Looks like this is not quite enough to enter defensive by itself, but Gear Up, Curl Up is. That would only give us 10 block this turn, though. So unless I also use the block potion, we are just going to have to use construction form anyway. So what do we do? I think the answer is construction form, priming shot, curl up on, let's say, strike for strike. And then we can enter defensive whenever we need to. We still have a buffer left. We're gaining strength, we're going to get to use strike for damage in a bit. Maybe even when we're in defensive and have some extra thorns. I could use it now, but I'd lose HP. I don't think we have to do that this fight. Thorns is going to be nice for a little bit of damage this turn. And yeah, since we enter defensive either next turn or the turn after, it doesn't matter whether we put the defend in, I don't think. Worst case scenario, we lose the other buffer. Right. We still have some other block cards in the draw. So let's make the best of it. 5 energy turn 1's pretty nice. I am also noticing that strike for strike is going to be able to cleanse our frail, which is really cool. In fact, I can do roll attack, time bomb to get that back out. That will be 3 out of our 4 energy, and we can also use piercing hide. We'll be in defensive mode. I do want to use recover too to let time bomb do things on 2 cards. I don't know if we can do that unless we don't play piercing hide. How much damage are we taking this turn? 12. This is already 6 blocks, so 6 plus 10 from defensive is 16. Yeah, we can do roll attack, recover to time bomb. And I probably want to recover roll attack. What's our other option? Priming shot? How fast can we kill here? It doesn't look like it's fast enough. No matter which one we pick. So we're going to have to use Sundial. A bit unfortunately, to be honest. This is 12 damage. This is 16 and gives us an energy, but it comes out a turn later. This is actually 20 damage because of the double scaling bug. 20 will use strike for strike. That'll be 34 plus 3, 37, plus 3 more from Thorns naturally. So 40, it'll be down to 24. And how much plated armor? 11? So 35 damage. Can we do 35 damage next turn if we grab the priming shot? That's 9,777. That's most of it, honestly. Yeah, let's see if we can actually do this before Sundial goes off. We are still gaining strength next turn, too. 35. 10. 8. 8. 7. Nice, we got it before Sundial. Awesome. Now we get to preserve that for a later fight. I will absolutely take Liquid Memories over Power Potion. Power Potion's not that good on Guardian, in my opinion. Now we have Charge Up Temporal Shield Fragmented Gem. With Construction Form, Fragmented Gem does get a little bit better for Twin Slam. I don't think it's the best, though. There's also Charge Up. I think we skip all of these. Even though we have Recover Plus and Curl Up Plus, we also have Time Bomb already, so we don't really need another common Accelerate card. So I'm going to skip this. And now we got to figure out our route here. We had 2 options, I believe I was looking at. Either this way through the act, or we veer left to take more fights and grab the 3 elite path with that shop. Either way, we get a shop for card remove, which was our original plan. I do think we take this, though. Maybe. We did just have a good first fight. We didn't take any damage. We have 2 really good potions. And we did just fight Avocado. Do we maybe take the fight? It puts us in a position where we have to take extra hard pull fights. Which is Snake Plant, Snecko, Centurion Mystic. What else is there? Chosen +1, Spirit Guardian and Sentry. I think there's one more. I think I always forget this one too. Spirit Guardian taking a while seems a little bit risky, but eh. We also did just get a potion, so we're at 30% potion chance. Getting that potion chance back up might not be such a bad thing. But a little more gold for the shop, more card rewards, more build up for the rest of the game seems good too. This could also be a card remove here. Maybe we should have played to those odds. Maybe I should have taken this route for maximum chance of card removes. Also, if this is Forgotten Altar, then we just taken a curse or a shitload of damage for no benefit. Fight would have been better. There's also bites and apparitions. I don't think I would take either of those, actually. I've already removed a strike. We're going to get 5 bites instead of 3. Apparitions, we already have a ton of HP and good defense. I don't need to stall that long. So that's all the good events. I guess we should just keep going this way. I'm not very worried about losing a lot of HP here. So I think we'll be okay. How much damage do I have? 39? This blocks for 12. The best I can do with Liquid Memories is 11 if I kill one of them successfully. Yeah, we probably just use block potion this turn. And I think priming shot is slightly better than strike for strike here, because this does 12 damage, and in fact it does 4 damage to the other enemy we fight as well. We can't enter defensive, unless we want to do this twice plus recover with liquid memory. That'd be 18 block, but we also lose 6 HP. So that's a total of 6 plus 4 damage from here is 10. And we're already blocking 8 out of the 22. So it's only blocking for 4 if we do that. I do have 5 energy this turn. This is 18. Wait, can I just enter defensive mode and not have to use either potion? Yeah, I think priming shot, recover, gear up is 18 brace. We take 3 from this guy, gain another 10 block, and then we take 1 from this guy. So that's only 4 damage. We don't have to use a potion. And we can even use time bomb as our last 2 energy. Yeah, that seems great. Let's go with that. This is going to be how much? 26-30 to one enemy. This will be at either 16 here or 23 here. It's not a lot of damage in the draw pile, but we can reach 23 with roll attack twin slam. But we can't reach 23 with these. Wait, we'll have 3 thorns from defensive mode as well. So it's actually 13-20. So roll attack plus any attack, or strike twin slam. And we also block for 10 next turn, plus whatever we draw from this. I think we killed this fast enough. Or do we? What are the odds I killed this next turn? At 13 HP, that only requires 1 roll attack, or any 2 of these attacks? That's a much higher odds. I don't know if we'll be able to kill the other one. Also, next turn, also the third turn, this guy attacks for more than this guy, and we won't be in defensive mode for that. Okay, I'm gonna go for the right guy. Oh, right. We don't have the extra 3 thorns for this guy anyway, because he's the one putting us in defensive. This guy will get 3 extra thorns damage. Oh right, I also forgot that priming shot comes out of stasis for extra damage too. Oh wait, we are in defensive because we entered it with damage. I forgot about that. Okay, well, we're all good here. So 8 HP, huh? We can do that with twin slam, I suppose. I guess I should have attacked this guy instead. Wait, this is 13 thorns. Never mind, that just kills that guy. Alright, good fight. We still keep Sundial, that's great. Floating orbs. A third tourmaline. I don't think we do enough zero-cost stuff. Pre-program plus, however. That's really, really good. I will take that over a suspension or a planning any day. Especially since it's upgraded, jeez. Just hoping to find a good gem for it, though. Okay, Centurion Mystic it is. Are we getting a big attack? No. Not this turn. We do have a lot of brace in our hand. I'm not convinced we want to enter defensive this turn. This guy could still be defending, although I think she's guaranteed to attack next turn, since she has no healing to do. Oh wait, no. If we do enough damage to him, then she could heal. I think we need to do at least 22. I can't remember if it's higher or lower. Regardless, we're not going to get it with roll attack, I don't think. We would have to play both of these. That means we can't play curl up. Otherwise we enter defensive mode. And even if they do attack us next turn, I can enter with gear up, so it's not a big deal. Do I just want to enter now to guarantee they do a big attack next turn? Because I have, 25 block if I do that. They attack for 31, I think, with 4 strength combined. Yeah, it's 14 and 9 normally. With 4 strength on each of them, it'll be 18 and 13, which is 31. If this guy doesn't attack, though, we're going to be sad. Let's go with the aggressive route rather than the defensive route. And we'll just save the other 8 brace for if we need to enter defensive here. Okay, just 18, that's fine. We can absolutely deal with that. Piercing Hide does not block enough, but Recover does. So we have to give up our 6 damage from this, I guess. No, we can do Piercing Hide and Strike for Strike. Yeah, it's better. Extra Thorns damage. So now what do we want to put into here? Probably something for that Time Bomb can get out. Although I don't think we're going to be able to kill this fast enough for Sundial to stay relevant. So I think we go the long way around. We try to stall as long as possible. Which means that we do want to kill the front guy fast, I think. Okay. Maximum damage. As fast as possible, of course. And I guess pre-program is either on Defend or Ascender's Bane. If she attacks next turn, I'm going to want the block, but I also have Construction Form. Yeah, we'll do Defend. I'm going to just play the Construction Form instead. Yeah. Okay. We also redrew Strike for Strike. Maybe I should have done Ascender's Bane. Because I don't want to lose my buffer to 3 damage. I will do this, though. Also, let's get another Defend out of the draw pile. Because we're getting this next turn. Okay. Like I said, we want to set this up to 2. I don't want to enter defensive here, but I will put Piercing Hide into stasis. And I'll leave this at 0 cost. I gotta be careful about my damage, my thorns, and my defensive mode. She is still low enough to keep healing, but I want to keep her even lower, I think. Stop there. Here comes the strength now, I think. We still have multiple ways to re-enter defensive here, and these do not kill yet. So let's just leave those. I can't full block this turn? Great. Looks like I'm using my other buffer then, but that's fine. I can do just Defend Strike for Strike, I guess. Actually, this is 17. We have 4 strength, this is 20. It's 37 plus 1 is 47. Okay, so she's still not dead. That's good. But I do want to get her low enough. Oh, Sundial's up now, so I can actually kill. Good. Awesome. Sapphire's back. But now we don't have a target for it. Roll Attack, Piercing Hide, and Priming Shot all have gems in them already. Useful gems at that. Sapphire for Twin Slam is not that great. I think I would have to consider putting 2 Sapphires into this in order for it to be worth it, so I could actually pay 1 energy for 8 brace. But for right now, it's only 1 energy for 4 brace. Reroutes. I think with a deck this small we don't need it, because we have Curl Up, Recover, Pre-Program. So I'd rather not take another common attack. Although it does have decent control over stasis anyway. The next card you play goes into stasis is pretty good. Am I sure I don't want Sapphire? We can find better gems too, even though we also have pre-program. Ruby for pre-program is interesting, but I don't think it does enough. We don't have multi-hits. We have a few expensive attacks. Actually, just one. It benefits twice too, and I still don't think it's good enough. I want quartz. Okay, well, we're still doing pretty good. We've only lost 4 HP the entire act. The first 3 fights, and Act 2 fights are pretty difficult usually. So maybe I do just want to go this left path and be as aggressive as possible, have more gold for this shop rather than take the early shop. That's what I'm thinking we're going to do, so I'm going to do it. I'm not worried about the hard pull fights. I think we'll be just fine. We still have good potions here. I think we're back up to 50% potion chance, if I'm not mistaken, too. We've gotten 1 potion this act. And we've had 3 fights, so that's plus 10%. Yeah, so 40 up to 50. So I can use one of these and probably still be fine. Let's go. Getting Spirit Guardian might be a bit of a challenge, but I think we'll still be okay. It's also about to gain 35 block, I think? No, 25? Is it 35 or 25? We can look it up real quick. In the meantime, though, our damage in hand is... What is it? It's Time Bomb plus Roll Attack Priming Shot. So that's 18 plus 16 plus 8. 16 is 24, plus 18 is 42. That's almost enough to kill the front one if we target it first. And that may be a good enough reason to just target it outright, so that we can kill it next turn and reduce our damage incoming by 10. Because there will be a 10 damage on the left one and 11 damage on the right. Sphere Guardian. Pattern always starts with Activate, which gains 35 block at this Ascension. Okay, so I was correct. Unfortunately, that means that this has effectively 95 HP. So, at least for now. This is 42 damage out of that 95. Yeah, we're not going to reach that in time. We're going to attack the sentry first. I do have extra energy, which means I could play Gear Up and enter defensive, but I want to save that for next turn. That will block 10 out of the 11 damage coming, as well as set us very well up for the turn after, for this first double hit. Also, we drew no attacks, but that's fine. We drew more than enough defense here. As well as thorns to kill this front guy anyway, so that's good too. I'm going to put something into stasis. Regardless of what we do here, we enter defensive. Well, either Gear Up or Curl Up. Let's see, what do we want? We've already used our Accelerate, so it doesn't matter what order we put these in. I also want to wait to use big damage turns, so I think we put Strike for Strike into stasis to combo in a couple turns from now. Do I use both Gear Up and Curl Up? I have to play both defense here, don't I? 27. No, this is 22 by itself. I guess it's still better to defend twice. I guess I'll put Gear Up into stasis, it doesn't matter. It'll be free when it comes out, that'll be nice. Alright, Thorn's working its magic there for a sec. Construction form at the bottom of the deck. I don't care. We're doing just fine. We don't need any more block than Recover Plus, so we're just going to do that now. What do we want to redraw? Well, what don't we want to redraw, I guess? We need 11 block next turn. Which means we need another 9 brace, I suppose? Or I guess another 6 brace, because we can also use Strike for Strike to take damage. I think that means we don't put any of these into stasis. Maybe we put... Yeah, let's do pre-program, so we don't draw that. That could contribute to a dead draw pretty heavily. Let's do our damage. If we're lucky, we can even kill this turn, maybe. It's only 51 HP? That's doable. Oh wait, we have construction form. Wonder if that means we can stall. One, two, three, four, five, six. Thank you, Sundial. This is also 12 damage. So sorry, 12 block. I wonder how long we could actually stall. It's not like we're getting a kill anytime soon anyway, so let's just go with it anyway. And I don't want to use strike for strike, since it's going to do self-damage. This is only 12 block, we need to block 11. We could do pre-program and then recover the pre-program, or I can bring back defense. Let's do this first. A dazed, huh? What's next turn gonna be like if I don't have block? None of the block cards, huh? Which means I only have 10 block for 11 times 2. Looks like I might be losing both my buffers then, which isn't great. This is the weakest card that isn't a dazed, so we'd actually get value out of it. But we also have 4 energy next turn. This is only 1 energy, 2, 3. I guess in 2 turns from now we're going to need to defend of some kind, so there we go. I guess I might as well wait, because it still retains at 0 cost. Yeah, let's enter defensive. We're going to lose both our buffers, but that's still okay. Wonder if we're going to have enough damage. Might as well put that back. Is it another 10 block? Or is it 15? Might be 15 of this Ascension. Yeah, it's actually 15 all the time. Interesting. So it's going to lose 6 and gain 15. So plus 9, it will be at 32 damage. We're going to have to deal enough next turn. I guess that's what the potions are for. If we get unlucky with the draw anyway. All the dazes are gone. So it's going to be a lot better. You know, I've actually managed to get the brace number down close enough that we can actually enter defensive mode again if we got lucky. We did not. Well, let's see here. We always play this. This is 9, 6, 6, 7. That's 1928. So, with the Thorns from Priming Shot, we'd make it. Can we do better? This is actually 6 damage as well. Because, okay, so we got Twin Slam, 1 energy, 6 damage, but Piercing Hide is 1 energy, 5 block, and 6 thorns. So 6 plus 13 is 19. Plus 13 is exactly 32. Am I looking at that right? 13 plus 6 is 19, plus 6 is 25, plus 7 is 32. And we only have to play this once. And we take 4 damage? No, 3 damage. Seems good. Please no potion. We already have good potions. Okay, cool. Stasis Strike. Shield Spikes. For even more thorns. Is it time for a Shield Spikes, or is that asking too much? You know, I'm just now thinking I would put a Dexterity Gem into pre-program with our deck. Or to Twin Slam. Maybe both, actually. I don't think Shield Spikes helps with that very much, being a very inefficient form of block. Do we even need it? I don't feel like we do. And this usually weighs you down later. Stasis Strike, I don't think we need extra orb slots, especially not for 2 energy. Orb slots? Whatever, you know what I mean. Floating Orb still doesn't do enough. Even though we now have a pre-program. Our damage is going to be Thorns, I think, most of the time. And, I guess, Construction Form. Alright, final hallway fight before our first elite. It is Snake Plant. But we drew all of our defense, so that's awesome. That is an exaggeration, by the way. So this is 17, we need 24, so defend, curl up. And we have 9 thorns, awesome. Get thorned. So I want to play Construction Form and Roll Attack, but I just lose both the buffers if I do that. Construction Form Defend lets me keep a buffer. So I think I just have to do that. In pre-program, let's get a defensive card out of the draw pile. Let's get Defend out. Because we're not being attacked next turn. Looks like it's going to be Priming Shot, Recover, Strike for Strike, and Strike. Recover on what, though? It's getting pretty low on HP, so we could, in theory, maybe kill it next turn, so we can get rid of a... I guess we could get rid of this, just in case, no matter what happens. Yeah, it's probably for the best. You want to be able to kill it next turn, or completely defend next turn. Alright, we are now weakened, which means I think Time Bomb does very little damage, if I'm not mistaken. We can still use Thorns to our advantage. Let's see how much Time Bomb does first. We can't accelerate anything fast enough for this to do anything with the accelerate, so 12. That's what I thought. It got affected by Strength and Weakened twice. So 22 weakened is minus 7. No, it's minus 6, so 16. And then 16 minus 4 is 12, yeah. We have enough energy for it. I just now realized. With 5 thorns, huh? Well, at least we have enough to block both. We have enough block to block the first thing and a buffer to block the second hit. So we're good. Even got Sundial on too. No potion? We got an attack potion. Is that better or worse than Liquid Memories? I think it's worse. I think it is worse. It does suck that we have to give it up. Or give up anything. I think we don't have enough stasis slots for future plans. Although it is cool. I think we're doing just fine with what we have. Or are we? Or are we? What's our boss? It is Automaton. We are drawing these a little bit less than one a turn. And I don't think we've been using all three of our spaces yet. If we find a time capacitor or some form of accelerate, then this would be pretty good. And I think with this deck is pretty much just general value, so adding stasis to it I don't think hurts that much. I will take this. I think we can make it work in the future. It's an investment. Am I sure about this attack potion? Not really. Liquid Memories is great, but it also has the potential to be defensive, which can be good, but also can be bad if you're fighting something that you need to deal a lot of damage to. Attack Potion's kind of inconsistent, though. You could end up with 3 commons that do, like, less than 10 damage. Yeah, I think these are both better. Kind of hurts to skip a decent potion, but oh well. Construction form, huh? Not a great hand for Liquid Memories, I will say that. I could full block this turn with Defend, Construction Form. And then we can use Time Bomb next turn with Liquid Memories. That seems reasonable. Although I will be double weakened next turn, so that's not so good. That being said, I do think that is probably the best course of action. Or I could also block Potion, Defend, Construction Form, Gear Up. And that would block 2 hits. I keep a buffer for next turn. And as well as gain a strength. I don't know, do I want to use 2 here? Maybe the best course of action is Construction Form, Time Bomb with Block Potion. Because that still blocks both of these hits. Even if it doesn't block the first 2. And I get to do the full damage with Time Bomb. Okay. Future Plans is not great. Whatever I put in here, I'm going to get out next turn for free. But I also have to worry about what my next hand draw is. I guess I'll be able to enter defensive no matter what. I could do Priming Shot, Strike for Strike, Recover. That would be a full 10, actually more than 10 brace. And then use Gear Up as well. We wouldn't draw Curl Up because it's in the next hand. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Alright, let's do it. Despite the block potion only blocking that 8 damage fully for the buffer, it actually blocked 14 from that. So, definitely worth it. Alright, let's do it like this. Recover. We're gonna recover, I guess, Strike for Strike? No, I'll do Priming Shot. Then we'll do Gear Up. So we're being attacked for 30 right now. We block for 18 of that. If I use Liquid Memories on Strike for Strike, I could do a little bit better. Block the 9 incoming, so I won't even be vulnerable next turn. Is it worth it to use both potions? I don't think so. I may need the damage for Gremlin Leader or Book of Stabbing. I have 7 thorns, huh? My worst hand would be these 5 cards? Sheesh. That'd be a pretty bad hand. Also, this guy's going to be at 9 damage next turn. This guy could also attack for 13 again. With vulnerable, that's 19 and 13. That's another 32. Versus 22 next turn. So an extra 10 damage. So an extra 10 damage plus the 9 damage this turn. It's 19. That's a lot of HP for Potion to block for. We have 10 block next turn from defensive mode. Yeah, there's no way we block 32. Alright, I'm going to use it. We're going to gain the strike for strike back. And we're going to do it like this so we don't take any extra damage. Why did that not go the way I thought it would? I thought that was 4 plus 9, 13. Did he not have 13? What happened there? I'm weakened, so this does 9. That does 4. That's 13. I thought they had... Oh no, they had 14. I was thinking 7 because I have 7 thorns. So I could have just attacked them with strike for strike and then struck here. Okay, so 16. It saved me 16. Okay, and they didn't even do the big attack, so we full block this turn easily. Still good. I'm still fine with that. Whoa. No way we can stall this fight, not with this many wounds. Right? Well, not with that many thorns either. Oh well. Darkstone Periapt, not the best relic. Hey, a time capacitor, how about that? Absolutely. I did say I would take it, now I'm going to. Alright, can't rest. Maybe we can bail out up here if we really need to. We're gonna have a good shop, though. So, upgrades. Defend and Piercing Height upgrades actually become a lot better with Construction Form in play. But the damage upgrades become better with Gremlins potentially in play. Priming Shot is actually a lot better now. Right? Maybe? No, never mind. Not unless I also draw it with the same hand as Recover, I guess. That's the only way. I can upgrade Twin Slam for the damage. Gremlin Leader really is important to handle. Does make me a bit worried for this. I think even if we have to bail out to the hallway fights, we'll still be okay. I'm not sure about Automaton, though. That's actually kind of scary. What saves me the most HP here? Probably Piercing Hide. Doesn't brace for anymore. Maybe the brace is the most important thing. Maybe it really is Priming Shot. Does 2 more damage and braces for 2 more. Meanwhile, this only gives me 2 block and 1 thorns. Yeah. Alright, we'll do priming shot. Doesn't hit the magic number the first time, but it might do it the second time. It is Gremlin Leader with, like, the biggest HP guys you could hit. She's attacking turn 1, which is actually nice, but I can't use Time Bomb or else they'll attack for even more. So not great. I can, however, do this. And full block this turn. Do I want it to curl up? Yes, I think. 6 and 8, and 3, 17. Yeah. Oh god. Sheesh. Not enough attack density in this deck. Apparently. I am going to see if I can maybe kill this one next turn. But we are going to be in for a beating the turn after. Alright, how much block do they get? 10? Sheesh. Oh hey, construction form's here. That's great. I still didn't even draw a roll attack or priming shot. God. The bright side here is that I can take damage to enter defensive with the curl up. I can kill this front guy with Twin Slam, strike for strike. Use curl up to get another 12 brace, take the 10 from here, get 10 block, and then I get 23 damage from here, so total of 33 damage. This is not going well. I'm gonna need like a Lee's Waffle at this shop. $33 damage, huh? I guess it's the same even if I play construction form. I take damage from both of these guys, then get hit by Gremlin Leader. Yeah, it doesn't matter either way. I still get the same amount of block from defensive mode as well. Except I also get a kill on this guy, but I get Time Bomb out next turn. Maybe that's not so important. I do also get Thorns damage if I do this method. I can also play Time Capacitor. But I can put Strike for Strike into Stasis? There's a thought. We use Time Bomb next turn, we get all the damage on this instead. Okay. We'll do it this way. Here we go. It's gonna hurt. This is why I was worried about taking Coffee Dripper. I had a feeling something was gonna go wrong. Oh look, roll attack is also AoE. Great. Lots of wasted AoE damage. Love that. Let's do this, though. Maybe I can keep Time Bomb? And if I play pre-program, though... Nah. Let's just get rid of our strikes and do it like this. We could need block next turn. She'll be attacking for 16 times 3, 48. We'll have 27 block. Curl Up gives us 10 block. Actually, a lot of those cards are good. I guess we'll just get rid of Twin Slam. Yep, there it is. But thankfully I have this. So we are more than okay. Give me all the Thorns. Hey look, an actual Thorns deck. The best part about this is that I think we can stall for Sundial. Maybe... Let's see. If I play Recover, get rid of Piercing Hide, it leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead cards still. So we could still draw a hand that just blocks. Or we could just draw a hand with strikes, and then we wouldn't be able to do enough damage anyway. Yeah, we just gotta end it. I'm not risking for a Sundial. Captain's Wheel, oh my gosh, that actually helps us, kinda. A strike for strike plus. No, I don't think so. Clone. More setup. No. Strike for strike is really good with the number of thorns we're getting, but right now our self-damage, we can't really do self-damage. Right? Well, maybe we can with defensive mode and stuff. I don't really think we can take a common attack, is what I'm trying to say. Here, give me something good, please. Okay. Make me regret not taking the ruby, but that's fine. I still think we want the shop over the question marks. I don't think this can kill us. I think hallway fights we're still pretty good at. Especially with this potion. But I could be wrong. We still have 2 more. We still have a chosen +1 fight. We also have, I guess, Snake Plant if we're unlucky. Maybe we do just forgo this and then hope we get some kind of healing at one of these instead. Even the Forgotten Altar event would be okay, because the curse would give us 6 max HP. And current. Is the shop better? I don't know. I'm gonna say that this is too risky, unfortunately. Hey look, it's the exact event I just talked about. Obtain a relic, gain 6 max HP. I don't like adding these cards to my deck. But yes. Hey, that's a synergy. Give me another curse. Oh god. I can take these guys, right? I think I can, actually. Even with Boss Potion, if I get a bad turn 1, I'll use it. This is absolutely acceptable for a turn 1. I'm gonna save a strike for later, because if I don't, then I have to put Decay into stasis, and I don't want to do that. Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, let's start with this, I guess. We can also just use the Boss Potion now. It may just be a good idea to use it now. We're not weakened yet, although we don't have very good attack density. We do need to kill these fast. Alright, I'm going to use this. Atoma Beam. You are mine. Those are both good. Last Stand. Keep 6 thorns permanently. And gain 3 strength. Sheesh. All 3 of these are good. Atoma Beam is probably just the best, though. It does 26 damage. Which means that this guy actually just dies to thorns straight up. We can kill Romeo as well. Yeah, okay. Oh, right, we can even do bear instead. Okay. Cool. Will I pay for this, though? Will I? Distilled Chaos, another good potion. Compile package. Vent Steam. I think Compile package is really good here. It gives us the value we're looking for since I let my attack density get so low. I mean, Guardian really struggles with Act 2 elites. Maybe I should be avoiding them more than I am already. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. Oh boy, it's Avocado again. I am glad we have Red Mask. So we're currently blocking for 6 versus 19. Taking 13 damage is not something I want to do. But we can use pre-program to figure out exactly what we're going to play next turn. Or play with Distilled Chaos, so let's find out. We don't want to play the Shame, I'm pretty sure, so we can put that into Stasis. Unfortunately, we cannot get rid of a card enough to put Construction Form into play, but 13 block is exactly enough to full block this turn. I don't really want to Shame next turn, but we have Construction Form anyway. Oh man, I just realized we're not going to be able to play Construction Form, because we're going to be using too much energy. If we full block like this anyway. No wait, no. I mean, we have Distilled Chaos. We're using Distilled Chaos on this. We're not playing them with energy. So yeah, let's get actual cards into play, I guess. Unless I don't care about future plans and care more about not being frail. That's a possibility. I could just let this discard the frail, and then put this into stasis. If at all possible, I'd like to be able to block enough to let Construction Form do its thing. The turn after this. I guess Construction Form Curl Up might do it. Yeah, let's just put this in. Okay. Yeah, gear up. We're going to play these first. So that we have targets for recover. These don't do anything to Shelf Parasites, so I'm going to target that. Alright, what do we want? Probably not pre-program. Defend is probably fine. Let's go defend. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Red Mask Gang, for everything that you do. Not quite enough to full block, huh? That is what I was afraid of. Thankfully we have Captain's Wheel next turn, so I guess we're not that bad. See, I don't even need to care about the Grail, actually. I'll get a damage card in, though. Lose a buffer, that's fine. Defensive mode was the important thing. Sentry, huh? It's pretty good. With a Time Bomb in hand, anyway. Also, it's cheap. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Look at that hand. It's great. Do we have more? Yes, we do. More thorns. Oh, is he dead? Interesting. Distilled Chaos is back. We have a real Sentry Blast now. I actually want to take that, both for Shuriken and for the consistent week. So yeah, I'll do it. So we don't have Gremlin Leader to worry about anymore. Can we win with Distilled Chaos? I think the answer is yes. I think we can take this. And I don't want to fight Snake Plant and get a dud turn 1, although we have this for that anyway. Let's go. Alright, it is the Book of Stabbing. Not the most amazing fight. I may have to use this immediately to get stuff into play quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Pre-program, strike. Oh gosh. Man, next turn's really gonna suck if I don't do anything with these curses. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Oh right, I could have. That's fine actually. I can do this. Yeah, now we full block this turn. Alright, 7 times 3. I can't enter defensive and play construction form. Forgot about that. That's fine though. I still want to just block normally, I think. This takes 6, this takes 7. Okay. And unfortunately I can't save construction form with this, so I might as well just show it off. Alright. We have all the block we need this turn. Pile package, I need you to do something amazing here. That's pretty good. Ooh, spheric shield. More stalling, huh? We have 2 strength already, but if we played Curl Up on Orb Walk and Walker Claw and Incinerate and then the Walker Claw, that'd be pretty good. How much would that be? We have 2 strength, so that's 11, then we have 3 strength, and that's 24, so that's 35 total. Plus 12, 47. And I believe that would be all of our energy. So down to 52. And then next turn we gotta just deal with whatever we have. This is... Oh, we also gain a strength because of Shuriken. So that's 4 strength for this turn. 10, 9, 9 is 28. Plus 5 strength on this. 28 plus 18 is 46. This is not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. So I think we want Spheric Package. We're going to have Weaken next turn anyway, so I don't think Sentry Package does enough. I think we want all this block for next turn. So that's what I'm going to do. And I am going to do Floating Orbs, I think. Floating Orbs recover Sentry Blast. We'll recover something to use as a 0-cost card. Maybe pre-program. Shuffle the deck without these cards. That seems pretty good. Strike for strike is good, but Shame, Twin Slam, Strike, and Defend, not so much. Yeah, let's do it like this. Choose a card to place into stasis. Gladly? Piercing Hide or Curl Up? I guess Piercing Hide in worst case scenario. Because we don't need block for next turn, we need block for the turn after, if anything. I can just play Strike for Strike here, and then pre-program to make sure I get the best card in my draw. It seems fine. Okay. So I still want to be able to play a card for damage. We enter defensive with Curl Up plus Piercing Hide. And defend is good, strike for strike is good. I think we want Metallicize next turn, so I'm going to put, I guess, Wound or Decay into Stasis. Okay. Is it good enough? Let's find out. Yes. Very nice. Okay. Cool. Mob Bank. Stasis Engine. Hold up. Stasis Engine. We have Sentry Blast. We have a lot of Stasis. We have Pre-Program and Compile Package. It's more setup, but I think it's actually worth it. Okay, we fucking made it. Jesus. So now the question, what do we upgrade? Because we don't really have a choice on whether to rest or not. I think the answer is Stasis Engine. Gets us going as much as possible. Gives us the most control over our deck, which we are going to need if we're going to survive Hyper Beam. Although, if we get Construction Form on the right turn, we're probably fine anyway. Compile Package is another option. I don't think we need Time Capacitor. Future Plans could be an option. I think Stasis Engine is the best between these two. And none of these other ones are great anyway. So it's either Stasis Engine or Compile Package. I think Stasis Engine wins out. So here we go. Gotta survive this and then we heal. If we get a 0 cost from this, then we get Stasis Engine to proc already. We're gonna have to see though. Looks like we get them. Pre-program. That's it. Although, we don't have Curl Up in hand, so Orb Walk isn't actually going to do that much. This sets us up really nicely. Unfortunately, we can't use pre-program to figure out what we're going to draw from Stasis Engine. Stasis Engine always goes first. However, I can reroute pre-program in order to use it again next turn, and perhaps get another Stasis Engine proc. So let's do that. Yeah, we drew our other Time Capacitor, that's good. Let's get Twin Slam out. Yeah. Now, Time Capacitor. Is it Gear Up? To make sure that we can enter defensive fast enough? That next turn didn't, it had a very particular lack of defense, I noticed. We have 2 strikes and a Sentry Blast. That's really bad. I'm gonna play the Gear Up. Please give me good cards next turn. There's Construction Form. And unfortunately, I think we have to play it. It came a little bit too early. Can't play 3-0 costs either. Man. So we're going to have to find another way to block the Hyper Beam turn, but I think we'll be able to do it. It's in our draw pile again. A lot of good cards that this is going to steal. We also can't get enough strength to full block a hit with Defend and Temporary Strength. So it's got to be Construction Form, Sentry Blast, I guess strike, because defend does nothing. We could use this to get rid of this faster. I don't see this being too useful in Act 3. So the faster this is gone, the better, in theory. Oh my gosh, Red Mask. Red Mask, I think, gets us the weaken in time. For... Oh wait, no, we... Yes, we do. With Time Bomb, we can accelerate this once to sync it up perfectly. I didn't really think about syncing whenever I played the pre-program. I should have, but with Time Bomb, that'll sync up the weakening to the Hyper Beam turn. So we're good. Improve sharpness to get this lower. Yeah, I don't want to risk taking a bunch of damage to this guy. Okay, we're going to start getting this guy so that we can actually use... Next turn, huh? The good thing is that we can enter defensive next turn anyway, so we don't really care about Shame or Decay. I guess Priming Shot's not that great with a hand like this. We'll actually we'll have Twin Slam out next turn, so that's a Shuriken proc. I guess we should just put something in that we're not going to use next turn. I guess that's Recover, actually. No, we still want the Stasis. Okay, it doesn't matter which one of these we put in. We're still getting the effect next turn, so I'm just going to put Decay in. Alright. Ow. And of course you take the Time Bomb. Alright, Sentry Wave on Automaton. You're taking either Reprogram or Future Plans, and I don't like that. Alright, so what do I want in a few turns? I should probably bring back my stasis support, actually. Wait, hang on. Next turn I have... possibly pre-program. Okay, I'm going to bring back this one so I get a stasis engine proc. Oh no, it's... Forgot about that. Not like it makes much of a difference anyway. Okay, what can I do this turn? It looks like quite a bit, but I'm not sure. I can kill this? Roll attack, Sentry Blast, strike for strike? Yeah. Okay. So I can get back my 0 cost. I am just now realizing that's going to shuffle the draw. Alternatively, I can just use Time Bomb to do the AoE damage. With 2 strength, that'll be 22 damage. Okay. $22 plus either of these works. Do I want roll attack for the brace? If I do this and curl up, then I enter defensive again, and I don't want to do that, so I guess we put roll attack into stasis. Yeah. Alright, I forgot to play Future Plans, but that's fine. Alright, Trip Artifact. Get that ready. Wait, that was already 2? Interesting. Let's do this first. Oh, we get 2 more energy for Future Plans. Great. And I don't want to play Curl Up next turn. No, wait, yes I do. What do I not want to play next turn? I guess a strike? Sure. Oh, right. I do want the recover. I guess I can give up the strike for strike. I do want as much stasis stuff as possible, so let's do that. And I can put a defend in for stasis later. Okay, I think we're going to be alright. We've only done 20 damage to Bronze Automaton, and the big thing is coming. Also, I actually don't have any space in stasis, like I thought. Oh well. Well, there goes all our stasis cards, but that's okay. Alright, can we do it? Can we full block this turn? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, we can. Absolutely can. In fact, we already full blocked with a strike for strike. So, yeah. Look at the damage. Oh, I should have just kept that. Oh no, I save 10 HP that way, I guess. I do want to enter defensive again this turn, which is good, because I can. Because next turn is another 2 times attack. Bronze Automaton does not stun itself anymore at this ascension. What is the normal attack? It was 8 at the beginning, so it's going to be 20 times 2, 15 times 2. Would saving the defend even do anything? It comes on another non-attack turn, so no. We're already up to 50 brace for defensive mode. Pretty crazy. Am I going to have enough damage? I have 7 strength. Maybe I will. But maybe I need to do as much damage as possible. So this is 24, 16 is 40. So only 28, so he's down to 99. Then we have 21 on this, down to 78. I think we do have to do as much damage as possible. Scary. If I don't block, I take down to 3 HP. Not like this is going to do much else, though. We need to just kill. It's a damage race now. Are we going to have enough? Oh, 4. Because I gained another strength. Right. Well, the good news is here, we can get rid of some of the block cards from our draw pile, so we can draw back to our damage cards faster. In fact, I can even guarantee that we get another strike for another strength. Okay. Now we just gotta hope that we draw another attack card, and that it's enough damage. Yep, we got it. Absolutely got it. Whew, what a nail-biter this act was. Holy shit. Also, we needed those curses. I'm pretty sure that the curses did not do more damage to us than they healed for. I could be wrong. Double Stasis Engine, actually good here. Giga Beam only good if we draw Strike for Strike at the right time, because we don't have a lot of strength. And there's Ancient Construct for permanent thorns. We're doing more Shuriken things now. And we already have enough thorns to beat the heart, damage-wise, I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but double stasis engine will definitely help with everything, so there we go. Oh my god, it's guardian gear. Never have to worry about blocking again. At least not for the first few turns of the fight. Yeah, I think so. Although I am giving up some energy, which is actually kind of needed for construction farm turns, as I've seen already. But maybe with double stasis engine we'll be fine. I did forget last fight that using future plans on that defend would make it a zero cost card for stasis engine. I do need to remember that. I don't think Busted Crown is the answer. I think we can still stand to improve this deck. Slaver's Collar. I think the defense that we get from Guardian Gear is just way too much to pass, so I'm going to take it. Oh god, it's Awakened 1 again. The bane of Guardian's existence, at least in my playstyle. I have to take this. Oh, double shop, though. Nice. Can I get a triple shop? I can. And it looks like it's also the best route. Look at this. Crazy stuff. There's even a chance that I get Mind Bloom at the end of the act with the healing option, since it doesn't give you the 999 gold if it's above a certain floor. But yeah, alright. I'm excited about this, but I'm also very hungry, so I'm going to take another break. And I will be back once I'm done eating. Probably. Alright, we are back. I believe this is the path I marked out. I know we have to take the Burning Elite. The Super Elite, however you want to call it. After a bit of reflection, I think taking 3 shops may be a bit overkill. We do also have a mob bank that we can get a little bit more value out of if we skip this first shop. But I can make that decision after this. The main thing, of course, is the removes, right? Since we have 2 curses in the deck. Either way, let's start here. How much is this giving us? 48? Yeah, we got that at the end of the last act. Can't do Stasis Engine Construction Form. Unless I want to lose a buffer immediately. Unfortunately, I only have 11. Block. I don't think Stasis Engine does enough this fight, so I'm gonna grab that. Construction Form, Defend. Time Capacitor. Now we did get Compile Package this turn, so you know. And we do have 2 things with 0, but I still think this was okay. I could do Sentry Package. Yeah, let's do Sentry Package. Wait, now I guess I play this because I have all these in hand. Okay. Not that difficult. Oh, an Aquamarine. I was thinking about that earlier for some reason. Oh yeah, for the dexterity stuff, I think, maybe? It is an okay gem. I'm not sure if we want it in Twin Slam unless we actually get the Dex gem, but at this point, maybe Twin Slam is just not that good. Don't need this, don't need this. Well, Evasive Protocol does give us dexterity while we're in defensive mode from Guardian Gear, but we already have more than enough block for those turns anyway. So, no. I am going to take 3, I think. Because I'm going to card remove at 2 of these. Well, would I card remove at 3? What is the card remove currently at? We've removed 1 strike, but I don't remember if that was an event. If it wasn't an event, then the next 3 card removals would be 100, 125, 150, which is 375. We'd only have 62 left. Might still be worth it to do so. If we spend a lot of gold here, we can go this way to build up more gold. It might just be a better idea to just take 2 of these. In case because there's a pretty good chance that we'd buy something else at the shop. Yeah, let's go here. Alright, citrine. I'll take a citrine if I find it. I take a temporal shield? No. There we go. Guardian World? No. We do have a lot of block. Actually, maybe I should have taken that. I'm so used to skipping it. We have Guardian Gear, and it could have been good against Repto. Oh, well, it was far from guaranteed that we would find it anyway. Now, we do have a low citrine in the deck, but I think that's fine. Unfortunately, no proc this turn. Do I go for this guy, actually? I think I do. As weird as that sounds. Alright, no dazes. We may even be able to full block this explosion. Yeah, we are. And we can't kill it anyway, so... So this explodes for 30. This does 9, that's a full block already. Which means we can't attack this. So in order to get the weaken and that back in for later, I gotta do that. Oh, right. We'll just do that so we get it out next turn. Oh, forgot about the K. That's alright. Okay. Shield Charger, Temporal Strike, Emergency. Shield Charger, I feel like we're lacking offense in this deck. I don't think Temporal Strike is the answer, but I do think that we need to take some kind of attack so that we can properly handle Reptomancer daggers. I've been noticing that that after Act 1 I very rarely take any extra attacks just to have consistent damage. But I guess that's kind of just how Guardian is. You really need to play into the defensive-ish playstyle. I feel like this is pushing us over a line that I don't want to be pushed over. Also, I don't really want it during Guardian Gear, so I'd have to wait. So it could just end up being a dead draw. Alright. Got us to 84 gold, that's pretty good. These are some pretty good relics. Gremlin Horn especially, for Reptomancer, is amazing. A second Sentry Blast actually is pretty good. Turns that temporary weak into permanent weak, as well as having a higher chance of making shuriken procs happen. We don't have any temporary buffs for Resilient Plate other than Thorns, and I think we're already doing enough otherwise. Could also take Orrery. These two together make it too expensive to buy a card remove. And I don't think at this point in the game I'm looking for a lot of cards. So I think it's going to be Gremlin Horn card remove Sentry Blast, which is 434 gold. And we in fact did get a card remove from something other than a shop, so... Let's see, we'll only need 100 for the next card remove. We'll be at 93 minus 34, which is 59. The next 4 is a minimum of 50, like absolute minimum of 50, so we can buy another card remove at the next shop. Alright, cool. Alright, first curse that's going to go is Shame. Right? Or is it Decay? Shame probably does more. Or does it? We have this sometimes. We have Guardian Gear, so we may not even need Defense. That's probably not true. I'm probably going to be using Defense against something like Nemesis's Big Attack. I'm just worried that this is going to end up getting a buffer, because I'm not going to have enough block during a turn, but I guess Shame does similar things. Alright, moving on. Roll Attack actually is a AoE card. I keep forgetting that happens with Guardian Gear. Well, there's Decay doing its work. Okay, what do we want here? We'll do this. We already have 25 block this turn. Alright. Now we can use Construction Form. We have 15 blocks, so I can use Strike for Strike as well. And we'll just lose one buffer. Oh yeah, that also reduces that, I forgot. What do I want to recover? There's a pre-program in the next pile, so I don't think it's Citrine. How about Walker Claw? No, wait, that comes out in 3 turns. What am I thinking? Okay. Yeah, we're still fine. That was interesting. I don't think that usually happens. But I guess the 7... Look at the 7 top cards of your draw pile happens regardless of whether you have stasis or not. That makes sense. Okay. Second time capacitor I don't think is necessary. Another time bomb. That exhausts. Recover is interesting, but I don't think so. I think we skip all these, although they're definitely okay. I think we're looking for better at this point. Alright, it's Nemesis time. And it looks like it's Stasis Engine Construction Form. Do I use the Molotov? You know what? Yes. I think with the extra max HP and the fact that they're debuffing turn 1, there's a very high chance that we're going to need it. Oh, come on. You couldn't give me more defense than this? I'm going to lose a buffer for no reason. I'm not going to need this. Unless I draw an extra card. Might as well just put it in. Bring back a 1-cost attack for 2 turns from now. Okay. Any way to accelerate my damage faster? Sphere package does that a little bit, and I can shuffle Spheric Shield back into back into the deck for next cycle. Yeah. We are going to reshuffle because we have 2 stacks, right? No, we only played the 1. So I can play this safely without reshuffling. In fact, I can even put this into stasis rather than wait multiple turns for it. We have Metallicized, so we're going to be able to full block both the burn and this. Put this in for next turn. Wow. Glad we still have a buffer. Glad we still have all of this. Alright. Just gotta go one more turn. Don't really want to use Time Bomb here, because that'll bring the Sentry Blast out in the wrong turn. It looks like the Soulburn did just enough. I think it would have been close, but not quite. Another Citrine. Just make double Citrine Twin Slam. Sheesh. Shield Spikes can't brace while we're in defensive mode. It would give us 4 Thorns. I don't think we need this. Emerald's also here, but now that we have Guardian Gear, it's a lot less necessary. I'm going to go double Citrine. We are going to have a couple loose Citrines, but that's fine with Stasis Engine, actually, so no big deal. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go for the question mark, because events in this act are so good. That was a pretty bad first hand. Okay, we're not going to be able to full block this? Great. Love to see that. At least we don't have buffer to lose. How can we scale fast here? We have 4 energy, so Giga Beam Resilient Plate actually works. We also have 2 strength. If I do that, though, I can't play strike for strike and strike, or time capacitor. This does do 40 damage though. What is this doing? Well, 40 minus the weaken. So 30. This is doing 11 plus 6, 17. So we're giving up 13 damage to play time capacitor, which is not yet useful. Yeah, this also gets us out of our debuff faster, so... Oh, I can even do this. Give us a little bit more strength for Giga Beam as well. I don't really want to Citrine. We're gonna draw 2 here, so we're guaranteed 1. Might as well put the other one into stasis. Exact? Cool. We had ways to play more cards that turn, but it's still cool. A Quartz? Okay. Citrine Quartz Twin Slam is better than double Citrine Twin Slam. However, we can also put something into pre-program. We're definitely taking this. A random shop. That's not what I wanted to see. We're forced into the shop if we want to take this fire. Man, that sucks. Why do shops always show up at the worst times? I don't want anything else from this, do I? I don't think so. I think card remove is highest priority. Alright, good relic, please. Fine. That gives me some benefit from going to the shop. Especially since I have Coffee Dripper. Alright, so now our problem is that we can't put both gems into Twin Slam immediately. I do think Citrine Quartz is better in Twin Slam than putting Quartz in pre-program. Like, putting double Citrine into Twin Slam makes us gain 2 energy for that card, and I don't think we need that much energy gen. I think going energy neutral and then putting a Citrine into pre-program should be fine. I'm going to keep the Quartz out. This goes into Twin Slam. This goes into pre-program. Now let's upgrade Twin Slam. We are going to have to recall next fire. Alright, 19 gold. Can't do anything. That's what I thought. Well, we missed out on some pretty bad relics anyway, so... well, we got a random shop already, so the odds are pretty low now, right? And I don't really want to fight. I don't want to spend an hour fighting more hallway fights, so let's go here. Duplicate a card in your deck. Holy shit. Well... we have some very good candidates for that. Construction form, a 3rd stasis engine, compile package is alright. We could consider Twin Slam, but I don't think we have enough time to find another gem that's good enough. Like, if we got another Quartz here, that'd be pretty crazy, but... I think it's just duplicate construction form. Although that does make things difficult for Awakened One. Awakened One's always difficult as Guardian, in my opinion. I think we're going to have to use Stasis to juggle block cards. Unfortunately, that does mean we're going to need time capacitor plate as well. Sheesh. Maybe we could dupe compile package? That doesn't seem like such a bad idea. There's not much defense in compile package, though. There's like spheric shield, and that's it. Don't really want to dupe Sentry Blast Plus either. How do we beat Awaken 1? I did just say that we can juggle block cards into stasis. We do also have Weaken every turn, so that helps quite a bit. I'm gonna hope that's good enough. I guess I could save this. I do have enough energy to play Roll Attack, Giga Beam, Brazilian Plate. But I think Orb Walker does more against Giant Head. Of course we draw both. That's okay. We should be fine this fight. We do have a 0 cost next turn, so we don't need another one. Bring back Roll Attack for a big combo turn later. Right. I'm not going to do defensive mode here because we're going to lose a buffer anyway. We don't have any way to gain one more block, so we're going to be losing another buffer here. This is 15 plus 18 is 33, plus 3 is 36. But it does build up slow stacks, so oh well. And I'm not stalling for Sundial. Unceasing Top. Interesting. I think it actually does something. Dex Gem is too late now. I've already committed to energy. Alright. Colorless cards, huh? Okay. Trip. Oh god. That is a lot of extra damage. Another trip. And cards I don't care about. I might care about Secret Weapon. I'm gonna take that. It's basically free. And I'll take the trip. Okay. Let's get this into Twin Slam. Let's get our recall. And let's hope that we can beat Awakened 1. Looks like we're not going to be using Future Plans this fight. I think that's the power we're not playing. Maybe we don't play Stasis Engine either. Let's get started with Twin Slam. Okay, Construction Form is here. Roll Attack's here, that's great. I'm going to play Construction Form and then Curl Up. Well, I would like to keep the buffer. Maybe I should have been using Armor's Tincture, but I didn't know Construction Form was here. I didn't think about the buffer until too late. I think this is still a good use of this because keeping the buffer is important. I'm going to put Stasis Engine into Stasis just in case I change my mind about playing it. Second Construction Form. Absolutely doable here, because we're going to only lose one buffer this turn. Next turn's going to be the big one, but thankfully we have Captain's Wheel for that. $12/4. Oh yeah, we also have Weaken, so that's cool too. Looks like we don't actually need a Stasis Engine this fight. Well, we'll see, I guess. Time Bomb, good time for that. Sure. Let's bring back another card as well. Bring back the Trip? That sounds good. This is already enough, so do that. Alright. Awakened 1's going to continue being weak for the rest of the fight, so hopefully that counteracts the 6 strength it has. Maybe we don't need Time Capacitor? Oh, right, Unceasing Top. I could have played Compile Package last turn. Another Sentry Package. No thanks. More powers. Well, none of these seem very good. I guess we can just exhaust the Sentry things. Although maybe getting to second phase is better. With 10 strength, Walker Claw will be doing a lot of damage here. I'm thinking if I take the Sentry package, I'm going to do all 3 Sentry waves first, so that I have 3 Sentry blasts for next turn. Yeah, we got to do this, though. This is just way too much damage. Okay. Okay, so we can even just proc it now. That seems fine. Now I can play Stasis Engine and Time Capacitor and all that. I guess we save Priming Shot for later. Because I want to draw to these block cards as soon as possible. Alright. 46. Oh, we don't have 3 0 costs. I guess that's a buffer, then? That's fine. I could just do strike, and then strike for strike to get another Shuriken proc. It only attacks our temporary HP, and not our buffer, so we'll still get maximum value here. Yeah, double construction form ended up working out. I think we absolutely have the win here. Oh, there goes recover. That's fine though. We have 7 energy in hand. In order to block this turn, we only need curl up or cover. So I guess we put a defend in. Right, unseizing top. Gotta keep remembering that. Oh yeah, I have a Bronze Idol as well. It's nice, I guess. We don't want to draw with Unceasing Top. We're just going to win. 29 times 3. Well, technically 43. Alright, 0 damage awaken 1 fight is pretty good. Alright. And there's construction form. Thankfully, because of Shuriken Impeccable Packs, we can just do this. And that full blocks. But we also have Pre-Program Plus to give us an energy for whatever we want here. We do want Stasis Engine next turn. I don't think we want all the strikes. But we have Time Bomb as well. So if I put Piercing Hide in, then we can use Time Bomb next turn to get that out for free. And that combos with Stasis Engine. I guess it doesn't matter what we put in then. I'll do this, though. And I can keep my temporary HP by playing this, so I'm going to do that. I think it's going to be important to keeping the buffers. Oh, right, that didn't matter, did it? Because the second hit. Oh, well. So what artifact are we stripping first? I guess Donu? Yeah, because we have a trip, and we're not going to kill it that fast. Looks like we're losing our other buffer here. I can't enter defensive again for another 10 block. It's fine though, because we do have another construction form waiting for us, so we will be able to keep benefiting from buffer strength. It's just a matter of drawing it and playing it. If I play strike for strike, we gain 1 more temp HP, putting us at 19. Oh, we already block anyway. Okay. We're losing our other buffer anyway, so it doesn't matter that we lost some block there. Alright, Captain's Wheel coming into play now. Very nice. Alright, looks like we're going to be able to keep the buffer for a few more turns as well. Might as well use this so I don't lose the draw. Can we get a kill on Donu? If we can, then I can just start stripping artifact on Deca rather than using weaken. Ancient Power is pretty good this turn. It's actually really good this turn. Do I have debuff reduction I can use on Overload? Strike for strike, I guess? I do want to draw a bunch of cards this turn. And we still have defensive mode for next turn. Oh, well there you go. Lucky draw. I can't draw any more cards this turn, but I think that's okay. We're not going to need Piercing Hide for another couple turns. Might as well just play this now. Since we had so much energy. Alright, we full block this turn, so let's put this in defense. Sorry, stasis. We'll draw with Unceasing Top. And we're going to just let that go, because we have no energy after that. I guess I could have looked at my draw, but, you know, getting rid of those cards was probably good anyways. They were not very high impact. Okay, perfect 2 fights. Awesome. 2160. Now our final upgrade. Double Stasis Engine. If we draw Construction Form turn 1, then that's going to be a waste. I was thinking Compile Package. Compile Package seems pretty good. To get the upgrade now, just for raw value. Can't rest anyway. You can also do Future Plans, but... same problem with Construction Form. And we are going to want to play this regardless. You can do Time Capacitor to make it cheaper. I think we have enough energy gen that that's not necessary, at least by the time we draw it. I'm going to go Compile Package. Alright, 50 gold. What can you give me? Temporal Strike? No thanks. There are some good things in that shop. Alright. From what I've learned recently, attacking this guy first and killing that is far better than going for this, because the HP discrepancy is so high. I never really recognized that before, because they're both over 100, so I'm like, okay, they're both within that range, but really 55 is a big difference. As far as artifact strip goes, we don't get weakened for another couple turns because of Sentry Blast, requiring us to play it and then either accelerate or wait a turn. So I don't think stripping artifact on this guy is a great idea. We're also going to have 2 burns next turn, which I'm not a huge fan of. Also, I'm going to turn back around so we don't lose all our block. Alright, this can go into stasis, that's fine. We can't proc Stasis Engine here, so we're just going to have to deal. But we can activate Unceasing Top. So we're going to gain an energy here. We're going to be up to 5. We're going to play 3. We're going to play this for 2, but gain 1 back, and then play Time Capacitor. We'll draw Ascender's Bane with Unceasing Top. So that means I want to put Compile Package into stasis. Yeah. I guess I could Artifact Strip now. I could do Sentry Blast, Strike, Ignite on the left, and then Strip on the right to turn back around. Actually, it didn't even matter where I attacked. They had too much HP. Or did they? I forget what my next draw is. Right. Okay, so this is gonna hurt. Not much we can do about that, though. I think the heart fight will go better. We're drawing 2 here. Okay, so we had room. We have more than enough block. We already drew Trip. They don't have Recover in hand. So is there any 0 cost here? Secret Weapon? I guess Secret Weapon into Twin Slam? That works. Draws us these 2. Yeah. No, that doesn't work. I don't think we need Construction Form here. I could be wrong. Right, I was gonna pick up Secret Weapon, not that. Oh well. Guess we'll do that now. Alright, I don't think we're getting through 99 block. Now we can use Secret Weapon to redraw Twin Slam. Amazing. I have played 2 0 costs here, so I want to clear my hand a little bit first. Looks like it didn't matter which one I targeted first. We ended up doing a ton of damage either way. At least this time. Okay, Sundial's even on 2. Mercury Hourglass, interesting. And I skip these, I think. Evasive Protocol Plus, though, is actually kind of tempting. Yeah, I'll do it. See if we can block some of these big hits while we're in defensive mode. Well, we drew it turn 1. Unfortunately, we also drew our other good cards this turn. If I play Twin Slam, I'm going to go even on energy, but I draw 2 and can't play the cards I draw. So I guess we don't play it. I don't know if this is going to be good at all. We're going to have to see. Alright, looks like we have buffer for this. Hopefully we draw into the void next turn. Actually, we have full block here with Captain's Wheel. Oh, we drew it anyway? Okay. That's good, actually. We can just do this. Let's see, Secret Weapon. Sentry Blast, let's get that into play. Okay, so now I gotta juggle defensive mode for the rest of the fight. How am I gonna do that? Let's draw some cards first. Okay. Pre-program will help quite a bit here. We get Construction Form next turn. Get our other Stasis Engine as well. Or actually, we get Construction Form this turn. That's even better. Because we've already played a 0 cost. We have Sentry Blast, Sentry Wave. We'll draw this. We'll have all of these for next turn. Yeah, that'll go in. I'll play Grievous Wound. No, I want to play Future Plans Construction Form. Oh, right, I do have... Oh, well. Is this time for Blessing of the Forge? I kind of want to do it when I have more defense in hand. So far, I think I've only drawn one per turn, which kind of sucks. This might be another buffer use. That makes sense to me. I think it's going to be Recover, Stasis Engine, then start with the Compile package. Actually, I may not even need to play Recover first, because I have temporary HP that I'm going to use anyway. Yeah, let's actually start with that. Okay, so we got Spheric Shield, which is insane. How are we doing on damage? We've got just under a quarter. We could continue stacking up Brace with Spiker Protocol. Repulsor we don't need anymore. More Stasis. Maybe if we had actual block cards around that I could use. I think this is our answer. I am going to have to play this, or am I? I lose a buffer if I don't play this first. So I guess that means we don't get... No, I still have Energy Gen from Stasis Engine. What do I want to bring back? Evasive Protocol? Yeah, I think that's the one. Do I want to enter defensive for next turn? I could do it twice. That kind of cements it as not happening for the rest of the fight, though. And there's a lot of cards I want to play here. I guess if I want to do all that, then I have to play Curl Up. I guess it's Curl Up, Metallicized Time Capacitor, Trip Sentry Blast. Yeah, that's going to be it. Or maybe I forgo the Metallicized. I think we have to enter defensive regardless. These two combined is 35 block, but we also lose 2 block per card we play, and we want to play these two as well. So 35 minus 8 is not enough. So I think we just play Curl Up. The question is, what else? Time Capacitor, probably, and then we choose between these two, probably Metallicize. Put a Defend into Stasis, that comes out too late. Put a Strike in. But this also saves us HP. It also saves us our buffer. Yeah. Okay. Now let's hope we can block this turn effectively. 60 damage. Let's draw some cards. Oh, we also have this, too. Oh, and we drew another block card. Awesome. I don't think we have enough to full block, but unless we draw something with Unceasing Top, that's possible. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that go. Alright, so we lose some HP. Ooh, not quite enough to enter defensive. That's good for us, actually. If we're lucky, we can even kill in the next 2 turns with Thorns. We do also have Spirit Shield next turn, which I think cements us having a win. I guess that means I could do just play Evasive Protocol straight up, and then play Defend after. Yeah, let's do that. 10 block. Amazing. Oh, that proc that. Okay. Well, I'm not going to need the Curl Up anymore, I don't think. I would like to draw the Defend, and the Roll Attack, so... Let's play all the block. Let's also bring back... I guess Trip at this point? Oh, we capped out on damage. Interesting. Okay, so we're in defensive mode for 2 turns, which is great. Means we full block both these turns, I think. Yeah, we have weakened this turn, so that's still fine. We also still have the Dexterity, which is also great. And that's the end of our decks. Unless we can somehow re-enter defensive, which we might be able to. We have 21. Oh, it's dead. Alright. Awesome. Evasive Protocol did something. I think. $29.60, just under the 3,000. Alright, feels good to get a win. Recent episodes have made me very nervous about the late game, and about how prepared I am for it. Thankfully, Guardian Gear is insane. I wanted to point out the highlight here. I guess Act 2 with Coffee Dripper being such a nail-biter. It was crazy how close that was. What else? The rare cards were rare cards. They did good things. I feel like we were struggling a bit to actually get our stasis package online, to get both of our sentry blasts and our time capacitor and properly make use of stasis for any kind of useful thing. Maybe I need to be more aggressively taking stasis stuff. Um, I like how there's just blocks of enemies here and then a block of events here. Let's see, what else? This combo was nice. Impeccable Pex, Shuriken, double construction form. Captain's Wheel was great. Darkstone Periap did something because it actually, I think, saved us by letting us heal for a bit in Act 2 when we took those curses. Also, if we hadn't saved the 85 gold, we would not have been enough for another card remove later, or for, what did we buy? Gremlin Horn? Yeah. We didn't even fight Reptimancer, so... The thorns we picked up early were nice as well, for priming shot and piercing hide. Yeah, not much else to say here. I think Guardian Gear just did way too much in the late game. It really is just that strong. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you stick around for future ones. If you do, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.